More bad news for the Rings of Power after Amazon had their ratings leaked that showed that only about one-third of all USA viewers stuck till the end of the show. A show that is centered around Tolkien's works and should have been a massive hit for Amazon. But it got the opposite treatment from the fans because fans respect the original source material, something that critics and many showrunners tend to not. And keep in mind that this show is in a terrible state when it comes to production. There have been reports of sets being burned down from fires and also having a horse die on set. And now Amazon is getting sued. Jeff Bezos and J.R.R. Tolkien's estate hit with a $250 million lawsuit over Amazon's Lord of the Rings series. And this lawsuit is coming from an author who writes fan fiction that pertains to Lord of the Rings. And apparently his works or some of his ideas have been taken from his books and used within the show without permission. Which also makes you think that since he wrote fan fiction that revolves around Tolkien's work, that the Tolkien estate could just shut him down. As we get into the article, according to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, a writer named Demetrius Polychron filed a $250 million lawsuit against Bezos, several Amazon Studios executives, and J.R.R. Tolkien's estate. The suit accuses the defendants of copyright infringement. In the lawsuit, Polychron said he created, wrote, and published an original book entitled The Fellowship of the King and conceived an entire 7-book series, The War of the Rings. The writer said he obtained a copyright for the book in 2017. His work was heavily influenced by J.R.R. Tolkien's books. Even if he did obtain a copyright for his book, at the end of the day, it is still fan fiction. So I'm not sure how much that copyright would help, but this all seems to me as just one giant joke. But if anything, this is just adding on to that pile of being a headache for Amazon. I don't give a damn. They're going to be wasting money that shouldn't be wasted, but it is just some karma for screwing up the works of a well-renowned author and his works. And all the backlash that the show got is also rightfully deserved. You had one job, that was to make the fans happy, and you screwed it up. In November of 2017, the writer claimed he sent a letter to Tolkien's grandson explaining his love of the Lord of the Rings books and told him about his books. Polychron claimed he asked if Tolkien's relatives would review his book. However, he said he received no response. 2 years later, he hired a lawyer to reach out to Tolkien's estate. However, he said they responded by rebuffing any attempt at collaboration. Polychron claimed he left a copy of his manuscript at Tolkien's grandson's home in 2019. He said he was never contacted. And essentially, the rest of it goes that he sent his book to the estate and that the show copies exact language used in his book, as well as copying images that match the book's cover and descriptions, even having apparently characters and storylines that he uses, which are also used within the show. And to me, this lawsuit will most likely go nowhere, but Amazon does deserve this at the end of the day. They deserve spending more unnecessary amounts of money because they are the ones who defiled the works of a great author in which many around the world appreciate and respect, especially with the stories that J.R.R. Tolkien was able to create. They had the golden egg and dropped it. And with season 2 of The Rings of Power on the way, you can also expect there to be less viewership. And many are just simply done with this series. Well, maybe mostly, because you still have the 37% of individuals that stuck to the end and actually finished the show. And with all that in mind, I'll get your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.